back to the channel. I just wanted to walk you through two options for the mystery craft along this weekend. This is using the standard measurements. So piece number one is your card base. I cut it out of raspberry, but you can cut it out of whatever you want. And this is using a 67-pound cardstock. A little heavier can certainly be used as well, depending on what you personally prefer. Solid number two is our white cardstock. I've cut four here. And this is the place you're going to write your message. So depending on um, basically how verbose you want to be, you have the options to do two or four. I think four is pretty cool, personally. And then you have four pattern paper pieces that are exactly the same size. This is pattern paper number one. Then moving on, we have solid three, which is colored cardstock, which are 2 3/4 inch squares. And then we have pattern two, which are 2 5/8 inch squares. And then solid four is the same size square out of white. Um, you could use a different color cardstock. I personally, I mean, I'm kind of going with a white and pink thing, so it worked out for me. And then you can have whatever kind of decorations you would like. So that's the version with the smaller squares. Um, for this pattern paper, I'm actually using some ink blending that I made. So, you don't necessarily have to use traditional pattern paper um, for a solid cardstock. You can actually sort of play around with these squares if you have a preference towards one or the other. And this is the modified version. The main difference here, we went with two pieces of the white cardstock. So we went with six of this pattern one. Really pretty paper. I got it from somebody in a swap. And then I used the reverse side of this paper for the 2 3/4 inch pattern paper pieces. And then this one is 2 7/8. Sorry, the white is also 2 3/4. These pink cardstock ones are 2 7/8. And if you do go with the bigger size, you do want to round at least two of the opposite corners. Um, but you could round all four if you prefer. I kind of like this look. It gives me kind of Art Deco vibes. And then the card base is the same. And that is another variant, also in pink. Probably not. I probably couldn't submit this one for the card challenge though, because it's got some blue in it. But I really thought it looked. This is a very sort of Floridian vibe to me. But there's some different options you can use depending on what you like. And in theory, you could just get rid of all the white cardstock and use pattern paper if you're that kind of person. So those are some options for you. And I will see you this weekend on my channel at 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific, and potentially some other time for you. Talk to you later and have a great one.